My name is Jessica Alexander, and I am the current leader of the Green Party of Nova Scotia, and I would like to be Nova Scotia's first elected Green MLA. The Green Party of Nova Scotia supports the implementation of a Guaranteed Livable Income. So that's automatic paycheck for people who need one. It's universal, so whoever needs it can have it. We have placed that rate at about $18,375, which is 75% of the low income measure. So that's determined to be a rate of income that is necessary to sustain human life. We're often saying that everyone has a right to be alive, and yet we are perfectly fine with denying people the means to do so. And so we want to end that practice and make sure that everyone has enough to get by. When it's a universal income plan, then the gaps close. We don't have to micromanage people's income programs. We don't have to create special things for minority communities, for example. We can make this universal, and people don't have to be micromanaged in their income support.
What about those people who say, well, why don't they just get jobs?
Yeah, and there might be some jobs for some people, but employment is being automated, and that's not likely to change. In fact, most of us are shopping online now. We are bagging our own groceries. We are ordering McDonald's from a touch menu. So there's a lot of employment that is simply not going to be necessary anymore. And we think people deserve a chance to do a reset, rethink how you're spending your time. If you don't have to be scratching for a minimum wage job, how would you be spending your time? What would you do? So people do ask about the cost of a Guaranteed Livable Income program. People have great concerns about that. I would like to point out that this province has a long history of subsidizing polluting industries, whether it be gold mining, pulp mills, open nut pen fish farming, these kinds of things. We have been subsidizing these industries for a good long time, and then we are stuck with cleanup costs. If we stopped those practices and kept the money within our province, everyone would be better off. We would be healthier from start to finish. In addition, there would be a lot less strain on our healthcare system. Of course, everyone needs to have a family doctor, and of course, we need to be concerned about the cost of ambulances. However, people are smart, and when they have the means to meet their own need, they have the ability to make better nutritional choices, better relationship choices, and better choices on how we spend our time. So we've costed out the platform of a Guaranteed Livable Income, and we're looking at $1.3 billion annually. For a price comparison, that's the same as 63 kilometers of twinned highway, newly constructed twin highway. We wouldn't be questioning that cost if it was 63 kilometers of twinned highway that we were looking for. We're looking to eliminate poverty or come as very close to that as we absolutely can. 1 in 4 children in Nova Scotia are living in poverty, and this is a cycle that continues from generation to generation. We have an opportunity to fix that. So the Nova Scotia health budget is $5.5 billion annually. We don't question that either. We don't question whether we can afford it. We simply find the money, and we do, and we take care of people. That's how we do things here. So at $5.5 billion, can you imagine how much less strain there is when people have the ability to take care of themselves and their families with the means to do so? It's not going to eliminate every problem, but it will clear the decks so that we can find the things that actually are crises once we've managed the fact that we will be creating fewer of them. This is one of several bold platform proposals that we think will help us adapt to climate realities. We have to have resilient communities. We have to localize our economy. We can't just be seeking things for export. And we absolutely can't be investing any money in fossil fuel infrastructure. There had been some conversation recently about a natural gas pipeline potentially coming through Nova Scotia. Fracked gas would be moved through that pipeline, and then it would be shipped using additional fossil fuels to potential markets overseas. And there had been willingness to spend near $1 billion on this particular pipeline. Imagine if we didn't do that. Imagine if we put that money into the hands of local residents. So we need communities that are resilient. We need to be retiring the internal combustion engine. There are many factors that can help us weather the coming storms in sustainable ways, in pleasant and fun ways. And the Green Party is full of ideas on how to do that. These plans are realistic, but we cannot continue on the same road as we've been on and expect a better outcome than what we have. There is going to be large changes in the decades to come, and we have to be ready to be able to deal with them.